Hello and welcome to my presentation. My name is Daniel van de Zandt. I'm European Sales and Marketing Manager of COVA. Today I will talk about customized lenses. I will give you a general idea of what customized lenses are. I will give you some examples so that you know in what case a customized lens would make sense for you. I will also talk about the process of designing and manufacturing customized lenses here at COVA. First, a few words about our company. COVA has more than 70 years of experience with lens design and manufacturing. We specialize in machine vision and CCTV lenses. We have a very broad range of catalog lenses, and in case you cannot find a fitting lens in our catalog, we also offer customized lenses. All our lenses are designed and manufactured in Japan. I will show you some example of customized lenses, from semi-customized to fully customized. I will also show you the process how we design and manufacture customized lenses here at COVA. First, I would like to review some important parameters of a lens. The lens is designed with a certain image circle, and the sensor cuts out a rectangular out of this image circle. The image circle of the lens has to have the same or a bigger diameter than the diameter of the sensor. The lens has a mount. In machine vision, usually C-mount. For customized lenses, the mount can be adapted. And your application determines your field of view and your working distance. And these two parameters determine the focal length. The lens has a certain optical performance. Resolution describes how much detail a lens can capture, and it is important to consider in what contrast this detail can be captured. This is usually shown in the so-called MTF. A lens has several aberrations due to the law of physics, such as chromatic aberration or distortion. Relative illumination means that the image becomes most brightest in the center of the image and becomes slightly darker to the edges of the image. A lens is designed for a certain spectral range, usually for machine vision lenses, from visible up to a certain range or up to a certain part of the near-infrared spectrum. The lens has also a certain size and a weight and a mechanical stability. And what the optical designer does is he balances out, or he finds the best compromise of the different parameters in his optical design. So a catalog lens is usually made to cover a broader range of applications. Because, for example, working distance and wavelengths have an influence on the optical parameters, such as resolution, such as aberrations, and the catalog lens finds an optimal balance so that it works from very close to far away, that it works from visible up to near infrared. But in case of a custom lens, for example, this range can be much more narrowed if you work only in a certain working distance or only in a certain wavelength. I will give you now some example of modification of catalog lenses, so customizations of already existing catalog lenses. This picture shows a lens which was made smaller. On the left side you can see the catalog lens, on the right side the modified housing. So the filter ring was taken off and the overall aluminium housing was made smaller. The lens is still the same, it has the same optical parameters. Here another mechanical modification. The left lens is a catalog lens with screws. The right lens is a lens with locking rings. It is the same optical performance as the left lens. Just the locking mechanism was modified. Some people don't like these locking screws because they drop, you lose the screws. So the ring is more convenient in that case. Another example are glued lens elements. So this means that the inside lens elements, the inside glasses are glued to the housing from inside. So this makes the lens more stable and more robust. And of course, this makes the image much more stable. This is for robotics application or 3D measurement application. And by gluing the lens, it is avoided a shift in the image occurs from the object plane to the image plane. Another example for a modification of catalog lens is to change the coating. For example, if you don't work mostly in visible but in shortwave infrared, we can change the coating so you have a different transmission. For example, here on the left side in the graph, the coating has a peak at 500 nanometer. The shifted coating on the right side has a peak at about 1200 nanometer. Now we come to fully customized lenses. This means the lens is made from scratch, just fitting your specific application. As I said, the catalog lens is a sort of compromise to cover a wide range of application. For the customized lens, it can be fit precisely to what you need. For example, if you just work at a fixed working distance, for example from 8 to 10 meters, the optical parameters such as resolution, distortion can be optimized just for this working distance. If you work just in a narrow wavelength band, also the performance can be optimized for that. Here you see an example in this image for a bin picking application. Here, if you see on the right side, even the mount was adapted due to space restriction. The f-stop here was fixed, so nobody can change the f-stop. The customer just works at one f-stop. And in this example, also the lens was ruggedized, means the inside lens elements are glued, which makes the optical performance and the image much more stable when there is movement or if the lens is tilted. I will talk about the workflow for customizations here at COVA. In the first phase, you supply your specifications. We discuss with you the priorities of your specifications, what are must-haves, what are nice-to-haves, how can we find, let's say, a good balance between these specifications and the pricing. In a feedback loop, we supply you with different optical designs and we go back and forth until we find the ideal solution for you. Then, if you are satisfied with the design, you order your first prototypes. The physical prototypes can be delivered after 2 to 3 months, and then you test the lenses, you see if they fit. Still, adjustments can be made. The design can be modified if needed. If the samples are okay, you order for mass production, and 3 to 4 months after your order, we deliver the lenses from mass production. The minimum order quantity depends on the complexity of your modification. If it's a simple modification, it can be less. If it's a completely new design, it has to be, of course, a certain minimum order quantity. I hope I gave you a good glimpse of customized solutions. I hope it became easier for you to decide if you need a customized solution. And if you have further questions, or if you already have more specific ideas for a customized solution, please contact me. Here are my contact details. And thank you very much for listening. Have a nice day.